Okay, so let's get our token and then split. So you may be thinking you can use just one space, but the thing is we don't know how many spaces they're going to be. So what we can do is, instead of one space, we can use a regular expression, regex, and this is one or more spaces. Okay, this means space or white space. So it counts one or more. So here we have triple quotes that helps us putting regex. Uh, so now this one will be split into parts, right? So let's get them as parts. So let's assign them into parts. Okay, now then the first thing we have to do is, again we have to check if the part is empty. So we can say there's no command. Okay, so that's error handling again. Now we are checking the parts, right? So we are going to check the first part of each of these ones. So the first part is the first command. Okay, depending on the first part, we can determine whether it's add, multiplication, print, or if zero. Okay, uh, so what we can do now, let's check that part. Okay, so let's get when statement. Yeah, it's like a switch statement. If part 0, okay, we can say we can leave it as it is, but we don't know, there can be lowercase, multiple case. So let's change everything to one case. So let's get the uppercase of that one, right? So what we are going to do next is we are going to check, okay, if that is add. Okay, so since we made it to uppercase, let's make sure that's uppercase. So we can straight away return. It already figured out what to do. So we have to return the add command. And the first part, that means, this part is like an array. Okay, so array index 0 is the first part, and array index 1 is the second part, which is in our case 5. Okay, so let's bring this one a bit further up so we can see, right? So the second part, so we are going to part that one, get that part, and turn that one to an integer and return, right? Okay, so now let's check. Here they have multiply, but we are using mul. Okay, so we are going to return the same thing. We are going to say it's going to be a multiply command. Okay, and then we have, what else we have? If 0 go to. Okay, so then we have to check. Yeah, we're going to print one. We can be done with that one. So next one is if 0 go to. So it's going to be if 0. So the first part is if 0. Okay, then we can't easily return stuff there. We have to do some comparison. Okay, before returning this stuff, okay, first we have to make sure, say for example, in the previous time we had this add everything together, right? So this is this one cannot go to any of these because it didn't have any space in between. So in that case it becomes an invalid command. Okay, so for that case we have to have the default one, that is else. Okay, so let's just leave something here for this one. Something is not right, but we'll come back to that one in a second. And the last one is else. Okay, in any other case we are going to return. No, don't return, we are going to throw. Okay, throw an error. Throw invalid command, whatever that is, right? So now we go back into if 0. So if 0, so in that case we have to make sure if it is a it has three parts, okay, because it has if 0, go to, and 1. Okay, so let's check if 0,